Solve problems on Thevenin's theorem. So this is the first network that I have taken where I have to find the voltage across this 3 kilo ohm and how to find the Thevenin's equivalent network, that is between the terminals X and Y. Since we have to find the Thevenin's equivalent network between X and Y terminals, that means this is our load resistor, that is RL is equal to 3 kilo ohm. Okay, after finding this Thevenin's equivalent network, we have to find the voltage across this load which is connected to that terminals. Okay, so for that we have to find the Thevenin's equivalent network. That means first we have to find the VTH and then we have to find RTH. You know, this network, it consists only of independent sources. This current source is independent, this voltage source is independent. So how can I find the RTH? That is by first opening this load terminals and then open circuiting any current source and short circuiting the voltage sources. So now what I will do, I will keep the resistors, other resistors as it is. Okay, and I will short the voltage source. I will open the current source and open the load terminals also. That means opening load terminals means I will not be connecting the load resistor across these two terminals. Okay, so this is 3 kilo ohm, 4 kilo ohm, 6 kilo ohm. Now you can see these two resistors are in parallel. So 6 3 is 18 divided by 6 plus 3 9. So that will be 2 kilo ohms. Then we can see 2 kilo ohms will be in series with 4. So RTH will be seen through these terminals into this network. So RTH will be equal to 6 kilo ohm. Okay, RTH is 6 kilo ohm. I'll write it here. Now I have to find VTH. How to find VTH? Now I will bring back all the sources in its position. I will open these terminals. So I will keep this as it is. I will bring this to this position. So this is X and this is Y. I will not connect the load resistor now to find the VTH. So this is 3 kilo ohm, 4 kilo ohm, 6 kilo ohm, 12 volt, 4 milliampere. Okay. Now we can say this 4 milliampere is flowing in this direction and I will consider a current here, that is I. Okay. Now if I apply the KVL, see, I am going from this, that means I am getting the negative first, so it is positive 12. Next here the current is in this direction, so here the drop is this plus minus, so minus 6 into 10, 3 into I. And you can say another current which is flowing in this direction means here you have the voltage drop like this. So since negative is first, if I am moving in this direction, that will be plus 6K. And what is the value of current? Value of current is 4 milliampere. Then I'll come through this resistor. 3 into 10 raised to 3. I have I is equal to 0. Okay. Now we can see this 6 into 4, 24. 24 plus 12 is 36. Now if I take these terms to the right hand side, I will get 9 into 10 raised to 3I. Now if I solve this, I will be getting 4 milliampere as the current. Okay. I will be 4 milliampere. Now what is this? Okay, I have to find the open circuit voltage, right? Now I have to find the voltage here. So we can see here, what is the voltage across this? It will be in this direction. Okay, that is 4 into 10 to the power 3 into 4 into 10 to the power of minus 3 is the voltage drop across this 4 kilo ohm resistor. So that will be equal to 16 volts. Now, what is the voltage drop here? Since the current is flowing in this direction, we have the voltage drop like this. So 3K into I. I is nothing but 4 milliampere. So it is 12 volts. Okay. So now if I consider this, how you are going to get the equivalent is like this. See, we have two resistors like this. This is X and this is Y. This is plus minus, this is plus minus, plus minus, plus minus. This is 16 volts, this is 12 volts. So what will be your equivalent voltage now? The polarity is same, so it will be in this direction. So it will be added 28 volts. So it will be 28 volts. That will be your VTH. This is the open circuit voltage. So VTH is equal to 28 volts. Now I will draw the Thevenin's equivalent network. So we know that any complex network can be simplified and it can be brought to the two terminal network which is consisting only of the VTH RTH, okay, that is connected to the load terminals. So this is 28 volts and we have RTH, that is 6 kilo ohm. These are the terminals X and Y. Now I will connect this load resistor across these terminals, that is 3 kilo ohms. Okay, now I have to find the voltage across this. This is the Thevenin's equivalent network. Now I have to find the voltage across this load resistor. So if I take the voltage divider rule, V0 is equal to input voltage, that is 28, into the resistor across which we are measuring, 3 into 10 raised to 3, divided by 6 plus 3, 9 into 10 raised to 3. Okay, so this will give you 28 divided by 3 volts. 28 divided by 3 volts. That will give you 9.33 volts. 9.33 volts. This is the answer. So now let us take the second problem. I had discussed 3 cases, like what happens when we have only independent sources, then both independent and dependent sources, and the third case was only dependent sources. So now the second one is, this network consists both dependent and the independent sources. So obtain the current Ix. This is the current Ix they have given. So now we have to find the current Ix. See, since this consists of the independent sources and the dependent sources, we cannot find RTH, that is just by short circuiting the voltage source and open circuiting the current source, because we cannot short circuit this voltage source, right? So in this case, RTH can be found out, that is open circuit voltage divided by short circuit current. So to find these both, we have to find this one. So since we have to find the current through this, I will consider this as our load resistor. RL is equal to 2 ohm. Now what I will do is, to find the VOC, I will open circuit this. Okay, these terminals I'll consider it as X and Y. I will open circuit it and then I will write other elements as it is. Okay, other elements as it is. See, since this is open circuited, that means the current which is flowing is 0, right? So Ix is equal to 0 in this case. Since Ix is 0, this is 2 into 0 is 0. The voltage is 0, means that will be short circuited. So I will replace this by a direct connection. Okay, direct connection. Now we can see that this 3 ampere, it flows through 1 ohm resistor. So all the 3 ampere will be flowing through 1 ohm. That means you will be having a voltage drop here, that is 3 into 1, 3 volts. So we can say potential at Vx is, X is 10 volts, potential at Y is 3 volts. So then what will be your Vxy? This is nothing but it is the open circuit voltage, or we can also consider this as VTH. That will be equal to Vx minus Vi. So that is equal to 10 minus 3, that is equal to 7 volts. So VTH is equal to 7 volts. So now we got this. Okay, VOC we got it. But now we have to find the short circuit current. Short circuit current means I will short circuit these 2 terminals X and Y. And this current which is flowing here is Ix, right? Ix is the current which is flowing. I'll bring back this dependent source to Ix, because Ix is not 0 now in this case. Okay. Now we can see Ix is this current which is coming here, 3 ampere current. So if I apply the KCL at this particular point, what will be this current? That will be Ix plus 3. Ix plus 3. Now we cannot apply the KVL here. We cannot apply KVL here. There are 2 meshes, but between 2 meshes we have a current source. So we have to apply the concept of super mesh. So 10, I'll consider the outer loop now. That is minus 1 into Ix plus 3 minus 2Ix, that is equal to 0. So 10 minus Ix minus 3 minus 2Ix is equal to 0. So 3Ix is equal to 7. That means Ix is equal to 7 divided by 3. So Ix value is 7 divided by 3. So this is the short circuit current. Short circuit current ISC is nothing but IX. Okay, this is the short circuit current. So that is 7 by 3. So to find RTH, we have open circuit voltage, that is Thevenin's voltage 7 volts, divided by the short circuit current, that is 7 by 3 amperes, that is equal to 3 ohms. Now we got the value of RTH. We got RTH, we got VTH. Now what will be the Thevenin's equivalent network? So it's a simple two-terminal network. So VTH is 7 volts, RTH is 3 ohms. Now I will be connecting the load resistor to this terminal XY, that is 2 ohms. Now we have to find the current IX, okay, that is flowing through this load resistor. So for that, IX is equal to, you know, the voltage 7 divided by 3 plus 2, 5. So it is equal to 1.4 ampere. The current which is flowing through the load resistor is 1.4 ampere. Next is a third problem. This is the case where we have only dependent sources. There are no independent sources. In that case, you know, VTH will be equal to 0 and the equivalent network will be just a single resistor. And how to solve? See, this is the dependent source. This is the current dependent voltage source. 5 ohm resistor. Here we have 10 ohm. And here that they have given the terminals AB. Okay, this is the current which is flowing through the 10 ohm resistor, that is I. Now we can say that there is no independent source, means there is no supply, right? So that for what happens, your IAB will be equal to 0, okay? This will be 0 and also VAB will be equal to 0. That means your VTH will be equal to 0 in this case. VTH is equal to 0 means there will be a direct connection. That's nothing but a short circuit will be there. Okay. So here now to find this one equivalent resistance, I will connect the test ampere source, 1 ampere source. See, this is 1, this is I. That means the current which is flowing here will be equal to 1 minus I. Now I will apply the KVL to this loop. 2I plus 1 minus I into 5 minus 10I, that is equal to 0. 2I plus 5 minus 5I minus 10I is equal to 0. So 5, okay, this is minus 15 plus 2 minus 13. So 13I, I is equal to 5 by 13. Now what is the voltage across this? VAB. What is this VAB? It is a voltage across this 10 ohm resistor, that is 10I. So that will be equal to 50 divided by 13 volts. So now we can find RTH, that is equal to VAB divided by 1 ampere. So that is equal to 50 divided by 13 ohms. And you know VTH is equal to 0. So we can write only a single resistor, that is between the two terminals A and B. And that value will be 50 by 13 ohms. Okay. To find RTH, just connect the test ampere here, that is between these two terminals, and next find the voltage across that two terminals. You will be getting RTH is equal to VAB divided by 1 ampere. Then you will get the value of RTH. VTH is equal to 0 only because there is no supply of current, means there is no source to supply the current. Okay, so that current will be 0 and voltage also will be equal to 0.